So this is Rick's lunch, and he's having the last of the chili and leftover pizza from last night's folded in half, but there it is. Pizza, delicious. And some chips, and that's his lunch. The boys are at work, and they bought their lunch today. They're not buying. Brian bought a can of soup, and Ricky, I think, also bought he bought like beef stew or something. And so they're at work. They've got what they need, and Brianna and I are gonna have this for lunch. And we'll probably have that with some baby carrots and some ranch, and that's gonna be our lunch. So lunch is always normally a quick affair. It's normally just whatever we can find, leftovers, and something easy, because we're usually busy at lunchtime. And usually it's just me and Brianna, so we don't really need anything super major, and the boys take their own stuff. So anyway, I am cleaning up, so I'm gonna get back to that. It's gotten a little bit brighter this afternoon, and Rick's been done with his lunch. Now me and Brianna are gonna eat, and I got the table all set up. She doesn't want to be on film because she hasn't gotten herself to her acceptable state of loveliness today because we've been cleaning, so she's doing her schoolwork. Boring day. But anyway, here is our soup, and we have some. This is actually our last box of crackers from the big Dollar General haul. We got tons of them. I'll link it up here if you didn't see that. And we're gonna have some carrots and ranch, Brianna soup, water. I mean, nothing major, pretty basic, but that's our lunch. Next thing is dinner. So it's time to make dinner, and I'm gonna show you how to make the curry. So here's what we need. I have 2 onions, a lot of garlic. I think I have 2, 4, 7 cloves, just a lot. I usually just grab a pile till I feel it's done. I'm gonna slice up into small cubes a few potatoes. I'll tell you how many after I do it because I kind of just gauge it by the amount. I really want a couple of cups of potatoes. Oil for frying the onions and garlic, some bay leaves, curry powder, coconut milk, kosher salt, and how to get it? Butter. We're going to use all that. So I'm going to go ahead and prep the ingredients. First thing I'm going to do is slice up the potatoes and cube them. I'm also going to slice up the onions and the garlic and fry it. So this will be first. Get this frying. Then I'm going to keep the potatoes, and then we'll work on everything else. Oh, and I forgot the other thing that I need. Chicken. I have chicken in the fridge. Okay, this is the chicken we're going to use, and you can see I paid $2.67. It was 98 cents a pound for 2.73 pounds of split chicken breasts. And I really like split chicken breasts because you get the flavor of the bone without too many bones to pick out. So anyway, that's what we're going to use. It's messy. It's been sitting there with broccoli. So I'm going to go ahead and get this together. Okay, so I went ahead and I fried up the onions and garlic, and I really let them fry on a low heat for a good amount of time. So this is what they look like. That is 2 whole onions and 7 cloves of garlic. And they're really brown, and there's the density of it has gone down quite a bit. I mean, there's just, it looks like very little, but it's really tasty. So there's that. I've cut up my potatoes, a couple cups of potatoes. It ended up being 6 large potatoes. And over here, I am melting 4 tablespoons of butter. And it's kind of already melty, so it doesn't look quite like 4 tablespoons, but a little piece of paper is on it. But there it is, 4 tablespoons. I'm gonna let that melt, and I'm gonna add to it 4 tablespoons of curry powder. So it's really easy to remember because it's an equal amount. 4 tablespoons of butter, melted, add 4 tablespoons of curry powder, and then we're gonna add 2 containers, you can see them right here, 2 containers of coconut milk. So I'm gonna melt this down right here, and then I'm gonna add the curry powder, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. And then we'll add it all together and get it in the pot ready to go. A word about the butter here, just make sure you melt the butter. You do not boil the butter or brown the butter because we're not trying to, that'll change the flavor. We want to just melt it down. It's almost there. Okay, I want you to see what this looks like when I add the curry powder in with the butter. It's really, really super dark. And then I'm going to add the coconut milk and mix that up. Let me leave this here. I'm going to grab it. Okay, so I'm going to add the coconut milk. Make sure you get all the fats off the top. Rick's my cameraman. And when you start to stir it, you'll see that it changes color and it becomes more yellowy, right? And this is just can number 1. I'm gonna add can number 2. Sometimes the whole top is thick, so you gotta take that out. Get all this coconut cream off the top. And I'll stir it up. See how yellow it gets? It was so dark brown and then it turns yellow. I'm gonna stir it. It should be warm enough to melt this thick coconut cream. If not, I'm just gonna put it back on the stove on a low heat for a little bit just to melt it. And then we're gonna pour it in and get the curry really going. Okay, so here is my big pot, and I put the 2 pounds, it's like 2.5 pounds of the split chicken breasts in here. Really, I've made it before with 1. I've made it before with 2. This time I'm going 3. It's gonna make a ton of meat. A ton of meat, you won't even believe it. So don't be surprised. So to that, I'm going to add onions first. Okay, so there are the onions and the garlic. And in that, I'm going to add all of these potatoes. Then I'm gonna add the curry mixture, which was mostly melted down. And since I don't have any broth that I'm going to use, I'm just going to add water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour water into this pot, swish it around and get all that flavor, and pour more water in here till it's filled up to the top of the pot. Here we go. And you could do less liquid if you want. That's just how I like to do it. I might even add a little bit more liquid because I'm just not sure it's not quite as full as I'd like it to be. So let me add some more liquid. Okay, now we're at about the top of the pot. There's plenty of room when I stir it, so there'll be plenty of liquid to cook out. Still have some liquid left. And then the last thing I'm going to add 10 bay leaves. It's a lot of bay leaves. Now I would say this, if you don't have bay leaves, buy some. You really don't want to skip this step. I mean, if you don't have them, you don't have them. You could probably make this without it and still taste like curry. It would still taste amazing, but the bay leaves really, really add something. So definitely you want to put bay leaves and want to put a lot of them. A lot of garlic and a lot of bay leaves make this dish special. So I'm going to put this on the stove and I'm going to put a lid on it and I'm going to cook it until the chicken's cooked and the potatoes are cooked. So it's probably going to take about 45 minutes for the bone-in chicken to cook. So I'm just going to put it on a low, get it boiling, put the lid on, and cook it on a low heat. Just keep that simmer going for about 45 minutes, and then this curry will be done. And in the meantime, I'm going to make some rice, and we'll serve all this over rice. So I'll show you what it looks like when it's completely done. One thing I do want to add, though, is that you can make this in a crock pot. In fact, I make it in a crock pot all the time. And basically, you just get all the ingredients together like I just showed you in this pot, and then put it on the crock pot for a high heat for about 6 hours. And often I will get it together on a Sunday morning. I'll get up at 6 a.m., get it going, put it in the crock pot, and by the time we come home at 12:30, 1 o'clock, I can plate it up and it's done. And another note, we usually make sticky rice in a rice cooker with this. I'm all out, so I'm probably just gonna cook some brown rice on the stove, and that tastes just as good. Any rice is great. And I do want to tell you that I actually got this recipe, it's kind of a version of it, from Oh Snap Let's Eat, and I'm going to link in the description box their actual recipe, and you can change it any way that you want, but this is how I make it. So anyway, I'll show you it when it's done. I just wanted to remind you that when you are done, because the curry's done now, and I'm actually picking the meat off the bones, but you need to take the bay leaves out. The bay leaves, all 10, need to come out and go in the trash. So I'm going to go ahead, and I've already picked one. I'm going to throw the meat in here, and let me show you what it looks like here. That's what it looks like, but we're going to put a bunch of meat in here so it's a lot thicker. And I have rice in the rice cooker. I decided not to do it on the stove, it's in the rice cooker. So I'm going to get all this finished up, and I'll show you what a plate looks like. Okay, so I'm making the bowls, and I just want to show you this bowl with rice in it. I'm going to bring it up here so you can see it. I put like a scoop, maybe a scoop and a half of rice in the bowl. And then I'll put a couple of scoops of the meat and the potatoes and the onions and the whole mixture on top, and then put a little liquid on top. So this is a final bowl. And it kind of, if you're not used to what curry looks like, you might look at it and maybe think, wow, you know, not much to it. It's not. This is just a coconut curry, and we did put a little salt in it too, just so you know, you're gonna salt it to taste. But this is what it is. It's delicious. My family is like, you can smell curry. It's got a very distinct smell, and they are like just waiting to get a hold of this. So we're gonna get ready to eat dinner. Hey, it's Amanda, and it is Friday, and I just wanted to put a little something on the end of this video because this one is actually out of order. It's day 4, not day 5. And I'm glad to get it to you though, because I did promise you guys that I was gonna do food diaries. I had to think of what I was calling it, all the way through the end of the week. So last day, yay! And this video that I'm showing you has the curry in it, which I know everybody was excited to see how we make curry. So, and the sun is like shining in my face all of a sudden just because I decided to film. And it's just what happens. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the last day of this particular week of food diaries. I do have a food diary playlist that I'm going to link up here. If you haven't seen this week or the previous week that I did. This week, I always try to do food diary when I know that I'm going to be home and I can make things regularly, and this week just turned out a bit crazy. So the other week we were snowed in and I had no choice but to just make everything, you know, the way that I normally would. So the crazy weeks are the crazy weeks. What can I say? This ended up being a crazy week. So anyway, check them all out and you can see how we eat on our budget, and there's that. So also, speaking of frugal family food, right, today's Frugal Family Food Day. It's Friday, and this week we have Janelle, and Janelle from Parsnips and Parsimony, and I'm going to link right up here to her video. You need to check out her video. She made Cuban bread, and it's just a homemade bread that she made, and she actually got it from the Tightwad Gazette. Well, actually she got it from her mother, who got it from the Tightwad Gazette. And of course, April is large family month, and Parsnips and Parsimony has a large family. I'm not going to tell you how many kids because I can't remember, to be honest with you. All these different channels I watch have different numbers of kids, and I always mess them up, so I'm not going to try to mix it up. It's a large family. They just had another baby like a few months ago. So anyway, but Janelle and Art and their family, they're so sweet. She's making Cuban bread. It's an easy bread recipe. I get asked all the time about making bread. People are so intimidated to make it. It is not hard. Watch Janelle. She has her little kids come and help. It's super easy. Take a look at it. You're gonna love it. It's gonna be easy bread for you that you can use for a lot of different things. So make sure you check her out and tell her I sent you there and say hi for me. And that's that. So tomorrow is Saturday. And we're going to take the day off and rest for the Sabbath, and then on Sunday I'll be back with another video, and we'll hopefully be showing you. I actually went to Burke's Outlet and got a really great deal that I want to share with you, and I almost put it on this video, but I already had too many weird things on this video. Like it's food diary from a couple days ago, and then I had to tell you about Frugal Family Food today, and I'm like, if I add that, I don't want to be too much, so we'll bring that to you on Sunday. So keep an eye out for that, and that's it. So anyway, we'll see you Sunday. You guys have a great day. See you next time. Bye. Hey, thanks for watching. I'm really glad you came to visit us here at the Fundamental Home. Make sure if you enjoyed this video that you click the like button, and also click subscribe right below me for more videos coming into your inbox all the time. And also, if you enjoy social media, we've got links up at the top here for Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, all the other fun things. And check out thefundamentalhome.com for more information about what we're doing all the time and how we do it, because there's way more details there. And here over to the right, we have some videos that I recommend. So thanks again for coming by, and we'll see you next time. Bye.